Why you should be terrified of this type of man. Imagine you meet a guy on a dating app and
Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So, in today's video, we are talking about type of men to avoid to fall in love with them, okay? Or type of men that you are not supposed to date. So, I've put the videos together so that you watch and learn. I'll be back to share my true sense what I think about today's video. Don't forget to like my video because it helps with my algorithm. Thank you.
why you should be terrified of this type of man. Imagine you meet a guy on a dating app and he seems like a regular guy. He's texting you normally and he asks you on a dinner date. So you go on this dinner date. On this dinner date, he seems regular and genuine and interested in you. He asks the right questions as well as gives the right answers. And the dinner date goes well. And after that, let's say 2 weeks goes by and you've gone on two more dates, which are also successful, good dates. You enjoyed yourself on all of them. And after the 2 weeks, he starts telling you things like, oh, I think I want to make you my girlfriend. I just love you so much and I love so much about you. You're so amazing. Like, I want us to date. I want us to take it to the next level. I'm ready to make you my girlfriend. So you appreciate how much he loves and cares about you and you agree to be his girlfriend. And then another 2 weeks passes and then he says, man, I just wish I could spend more time with you. It would be amazing if you like moved in with me. Like, I want to see you every day. I want to wake up next to you. So because he's so excited about being in this relationship, it gets you excited. And so you agree to start moving your stuff in with him. And after the first couple of days of you basically going to work from his house, essentially practicing what it would be like to live with him, he's talking about you meeting his parents and him meeting your family and you guys getting married and just amazing things. And then about a month goes by, and slowly but surely, day by day, he pulls back on his enthusiasm for the relationship. You start to notice him get a little bit more distant. You start to notice him get a little bit more angry. You start to notice that you guys are having a few more arguments than regular. And 2 months goes by, and then one day he comes to you and says, yo, you know what? I'm going to end the relationship. I can't do this anymore. And then you sit back and say to yourself, what happened to the guy that was in love with me at the beginning? Let me tell you what happened. He fell in love with the idea of you. And a guy who is not emotionally intelligent enough to understand that it takes time to learn an entire person and that everything he learns about you in the first 2 weeks doesn't represent the entire person that you are. Those are the men who ramp things up way too quickly and move way too fast, but they also fall off of a cliff. Because once they realize you have flaws, like every other human being, you make mistakes, just like every other human being, you're not perfect. They're so in love with the idea of you being perfect that they can no longer stand the reality that you're not.
Let's talk about 6 types of guys to avoid dating at all costs. Number 1, the guy who says he doesn't want to be in a relationship right off the bat. If you're familiar with my content, you know what I'm going to say next. When a guy says he doesn't want to be in a relationship, believe him. The reasons don't matter, the facts do. And it most likely means he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. Or he doesn't want to be in a relationship with anyone. Either way, it doesn't matter. He doesn't want what you want, so don't waste your time. Number 2, the guy who's already in a relationship. Maybe he's married, maybe he has a girlfriend, doesn't matter. Don't get involved. I know maybe you feel like he's your soulmate or your twin flame, and maybe his girlfriend or his wife is the devil. But if that's the case, he can leave her, and then you're up on deck. But if he's choosing not to leave her, you need to stay out of this situation. It will not end well for you, or for her, or for anyone. Number 3, the type of guy who hates his job and or doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. A guy like this who is lost and directionless will most likely be too wrapped up in himself to be the loving and caring partner who can be in tune to your needs. This guy will just bring you down with his negativity, and he may even resent you if you happen to have your act together. Type 4, the tortured artist or hipsterish emo dude. Now, this used to be my Achilles heel back when I was cool and lived in Greenpoint. This guy will create grandiose illusions of who you are and put you on a pedestal and will make you feel like the most spectacular being on planet Earth, because at first he may very well feel that way. Obviously, no one can live up to such enormous expectations, and eventually, when you show yourself not to be this goddess that he envisioned, he will leave. He will vanish from your life without a trace, and he'll feel fully justified in doing so. Now, you might think I'm exaggerating, but if you've ever dated a guy like this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you find yourself involved with a starving artist type, don't take it too seriously. Keep it light, keep it fun. Maybe you'll beat the odds and things will work out, or maybe it won't, and maybe he'll immortalize you in a poem or a song. Number 5, the guy who has never been single. Be very cautious with a guy who goes from one relationship to the next with little or no padding in between. There is no better place to hide from yourself than in a relationship, and this guy most likely has a lot of unresolved issues and painful feelings buried deep down that he's running from. Number 6, the damage case. We can call this the bad boy, we could call this the Ben stage or the J stage. Whatever the case, this is a guy with a lot of issues. He's probably a good guy underneath, but it's buried underneath a pile of issues, and you make it your mission to find the good guy he is, to extract it from under the rubble. Maybe he's a commitment phobe, maybe he's a narcissist, who knows? The point is, he is bad news. He's bad for you. Women with low self-worth are especially prone to falling for guys like this because they fall into the trap of thinking that if they can help him and heal him, then she'll finally feel worthy. That is not how it's going to go. Instead, he's going to chew you up and spit you out, leaving you with years of therapy ahead to undo the damage that he's caused. Did I miss any types of guys to avoid dating? Leave them below in the comment section and make sure to follow me for more relationship advice.
Do not date a man if he's prettier than you. And y'all know what I mean by that. I'm not calling you ugly. I'm not saying women aren't beautiful. Prettier than you means as women, we can manipulate the looks. We could, level up and level down. When you wake up in the morning and you don't have your brassiere, i.e. your bra on, you don't have your makeup, your lash, your eyebrows, or your lip gloss because you don't do a full face. You don't have your hair piece on. You don't have your hair extensions on. You have your bonetta on because y'all love a bonnet. And I know the Crocs is near the bedside. You don't have any of those things on. And you wake up and you see his face and you feel like he's a bit prettier than you are in the morning, then that is not the man for you if you don't feel secure in who you are. That's how you know. If you feel like you have to slap your face, go in the bathroom, gua sha, shuffle your hair around, and do your baby hairs before you look at him again, then maybe that's not the man for you. This is for all girlies. Every girl across the board, white, black, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. It doesn't matter who. This is all inclusive.
That's a video, guys. So I'm just here to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. Okay, why you need to avoid certain type of men to fall in love with. Okay, so I know, guys, falling in love can be one of the most beautiful experience in life, but it can also be one of the most challenging if you choose the wrong person. Today, I'm going to dive into the types of men you should avoid falling in love with to protect your peace, your heart, and your future. First up, the emotionally unavailable man. This is the guy who can charm you with his words but won't open up when it really matters. He avoids deep conversations, changes the subject when feeling come up, or claims he's not ready for a relationship, even though he enjoys all the perks of being with you. You find yourself constantly trying to earn his love or hoping he'll change, but the truth is he's not ready to meet you at your level emotionally. Next is the man with a wandering eye. This is the guy who can't seem to focus on the person he is with. He's always checking out other women, sliding to DMs, or keeping his option open. Even if he tells you he's harmless behavior, this shows a lack of respect and commitment. A man who doesn't value loyalty is a man who will have questioning your worth every step of the way. Then we have the control freak. This type of man starts off seem protective and caring, but over time his behavior become more about control. He wants to know where you are at all times, who you are with him, even start making decisions for you, how you dress, who you talk to, or what you do with your free time. This is not love, this is manipulation in this massive red flag. Let's not forget the man who is too nice. Now, I'm not saying you should avoid kind or caring men. Those are great qualities, but the guy who is too nice often uses his niceness as a mask. He might agree with everything you say, avoid conflict at all costs, and shower you with gifts or compliments, but underneath, he lacks authenticity. Relationships thrive on honesty, not someone pretending to be perfect just to keep you around. The man who lacks ambition is another type of steer clear of. Life is about growth and setting goals, and you need someone who aligns with that. If he's content with being stagnant and shows no drive to improve himself or work toward the future, you end up you end up in a relationship being carrying the weight of the relationship alone. Over time, this imbalance can lead to resentment. Be aware of men who always plays the victim. Nothing is ever his fault. His ex was crazy, his boss is unfair, and the universe is out to get him. Or it might feel like you are being a supportive partner. You soon realize that he's not looking to solve his problems, he's looking for someone to blame them on. Being with a man like this would drain your energy and leave you feeling responsible for issues that were not even yours to begin with. The hot and cold man is another one to avoid. One day he's all over you, showering you with affection, and the next day he's distant and unresponsive. This roller coaster of emotion can be addictive and also toxic. His inconsistency will leave you second guessing yourself and constantly seeking his approval, which is not how you show love. Okay, so then there's the man who disrespect women. If he speak poorly about his exes, has a history of toxic relationship, or doesn't treat women in general with respect, take a huge red flag. How he talks about and treat other women is often a reflection on how he will eventually treat you. Okay, watch out for the man who's addicted to chores. This guy thrive on drama, whether it's constant arguments, stirring up with issues with others, or never being able to keep things calm. Life is stressful enough without adding unnecessary chores into the mix. A healthy relationship should bring you peace and not constantly turbulence. Avoid the man who doesn't value your boundaries. This is the guy who pushes you to do things you're uncomfortable with, disregard your opinions, or get upset when you respect. No, respect is the foundation of a healthy relationship, and if you can't respect your boundaries, it doesn't deserve you love. At the end of the day, the right man will add value to your life, not complications. Love should feel supportive, respected, and uplifting, not like a battle or guessing game. Remember, it's better to be alone than to be with someone who doesn't align with your values or respect your worthy. Have you ever dated one of these types of men? Share your thoughts in the comment section. So guys, like, I think I've come across such type of people who are trying to be controlling you. Okay, so there's this person who I was seeing, he was just trying to control me. He used to refuse me to find with friends, okay, my friends, and also wanted to distance me from my family. But I just realized that this is totally wrong. At first I thought it was scary, he was that type of a guy, but later I just realized, okay, this guy is just manipulative. He's just trying to isolate me from my friends in my family, which is not a good idea. So thank God I just realized fast. And ladies, wake up, okay? So like someone loves you, but sometimes they just want to take control of you. So you have to be very smart when you're dealing with men. This is one thing I can tell you. Okay. So yeah, that's a video for today, guys. I don't know what you think about today's video. All I can say for you guys, we are going to meet in the next episode. Bye bye.